Mayday Episode 2, Leg Day and Dieting Tips. Thank you guys so much for watching and checking out this series.
So keep in mind, these are the workouts that I'm giving you in episode 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the first few episodes is going to be focused on easy movements that are easy to learn, easy to progress in, and easy to kind of master. So it's much more technique focused on just learning a skill and mastering it more than constantly getting new PRs and moving more weight, more bigger weight. It's a lot of what I said in my previous episode about my upper body routine, less focused on hitting new PRs and more just learning the skill of doing each movement and sticking out lower weight, but one where you can really concentrate on the mind-muscle connection and just making sure you are activating the correct muscles, because it's very easy for overcompensation and just muscles that shouldn't be involved in a movement to get involved. So starting with number 1 of my leg day routine, goblet squats. Good, simple workout. This should be easy. This routine should be pretty easy to do at home if you got some dumbbells. Goblet squats are one of my favorite leg movements. For whatever reason, the barbell squat gives me back pain, but the goblet squat, no pain, easy to do. And I think that's true for most people. If they have pain on a barbell squat, a goblet squat is going to feel much better and much safer. And generally, I do this 4 sets of 10. That's generally what I do for the goblet squat. And number 2 exercise is lunges. Lunges, because there's a little bit more chance of, I don't want to say there's a higher chance of injury with this movement, but I have gotten hurt more often doing lunges than I have goblet squats. So for this one, again, this will be the same technique or the loading as the upper body. Technique focused, make sure you're stretching, making sure you're maximizing your way through the range of motion. And then for exercise number 3, Romanian deadlifts. This one is a new movement to me, so my form may be off. Still working on kind of how to master this specific movement, but it is one I highly recommend if you're training legs, especially at home. You can do it with dumbbells, you can do it with barbells, you can do it with resistance bands, even to a lesser effect. And lastly, for the leg routine, we have squat jumps. This one, again, new movement to me, kind of still figuring out the form, how it's supposed to feel and everything, but been implementing it into my routine. Really messes up my legs in the best way possible, and highly recommend you check them out next time you're doing a leg day. And this Google form that I'm referencing throughout the video is also going to be in the description, my Mayday page of my website that you should check out if you want the full program once it's released. Again, we're going week by week, starting with the upper body, going into the legs, and then going more in depth in the diet, and going into more power and strength phases of the program later on. But check that out if you want the most recent updates. Figuring out what to pick at the grocery store is one problem, but getting the motivation to actually eat the things that you're getting and stick to your diet plan, whatever model that you have, is completely another thing. To me, it's a lot more challenging to keep yourself focused and committed to a diet plan. Ooh, my hair is like a helmet. Jeez Louise. So this is what I've been through a lot of cuts throughout my life, and a lot of successful ones. And I've learned a lot on how to cut weight effectively. The most important factor is it's got to be in your routine. It's got to be a habit. It's got to be in your Google Calendar. You got to figure out how it's going to actually get implemented. All these lists, all these programs, all these grocery lists, and, everything you can plan. It's pretty useless if when you sit down to eat, you're just eating ramen. So what I recommend in terms of trying it is, actually sticking to a diet plan, is you really either gotta be really fed up with your current state to get the motivation to actually stick to the regimen. Or, if you're a really disciplined person, you can look at the plan and schedule it in, like I said, to your Google Calendar. Not take the bad options with you to work, so you can't, go to McDonald's, get a McDouble during your lunch break. Just really make it challenging for you to not adhere to your diet. So that's number 1, designed for laziness, really. make sure that you are planning on yourself trying to wiggle out, like take out the wiggle room for yourself. But for me, the most important factor is probably just